So Thomas, we're going to jump into the gospel now. Last Sunday, Jesus walks in, and what does he say to his disciples? They're in the upper room, they're scared. They're doing the prayers, which is the liturgy, very specific prayers that they were praying. And he walks in and he goes, "Peace be with you." And he shows them his hands and he shows them his side. They're like, "You are God." Thomas wasn't with them. We don't know where Thomas was. He was out. Maybe he was in hiding. I don't know. There's different things you can read about it. The church fathers don't really talk about that, but they say he was probably hiding. Now, the evangelist calls Thomas Didymus, or twin. You ever read Thomas the twin, Thomas Didymus? Didymus means twin in Greek. It's not because he was a twin. It's because he was double-minded. They called him twin because he had two minds. He's like me. His faith was weak. He wasn't sure about all this. That's me. I still have that. That's what the Lord has to work with here. I'm double-minded. I talk about peace and I go out here and want to fight with people when I'm driving. That's double-minded, guys. He was inquisitive. He didn't doubt what they told him because he thought they were lying to him. "You're lying to me." Amy will say something to me and I'll go, "I don't know about that." And I hear things from Bishop and Archbishop. When I first got here, guys, and they would say stuff to me, I'd be like, "Hold on. No, I don't know about that." I was like Thomas. But I was seeking the truth and I didn't leave. And that's what Thomas does. He was very inquisitive. He didn't believe it because it wasn't believable. He watched Christ crucified. He saw it. He can't be alive. It's not believable. And not only could he not believe it, he said, "I'm not going to believe it until I touch him." No, I don't have to see him. I have to touch him. And I'm going, why didn't the Lord just go, boom, here you go? I mean, I thought about that. Why did he wait a whole week? He waited till today, the 8th day, the day of eternity. Well, in that meantime, the fathers tell us that Thomas had a chance to talk to each one of the disciples independently. And they told him, "Man, this happened. This is what happened. This is my experience." Everybody's telling them their experience that they had. And so what happens in his inquisitive mind of, "Well, I don't know about that," he starts going, "Ooh, wait a second. They're all telling the same thing, like they all saw him." He didn't leave. He started desiring the Lord more. The more I heard about this from these guys up here that would not stop coming and seeing me, especially Kurt, he pursued me. The Lord used him to pursue me. And I started having this weird desire. Thomas started having this weird desire to see the Lord, man. And so here he goes. They're back up in the room and they're praying the prayers. And the Lord comes in and he says, "Peace be with you. Peace be with you." And he doesn't even give Thomas a chance to say anything. He walks over and he goes, put your hands and see, right here. Put your hand in my side, reach in. And the instant that Thomas touched the Lord, his heart and his mind were healed. That is the mercy of God. Comfort, soothing, and healing came to Thomas right when he touched the Lord. And the Lord used that because the Lord knows what he's doing. Thomas became one of the most bold evangelists traveling the world. And he used his story to minister to the unbelieving.